Hey guys, welcome back to another new video. This video is going to be extremely quick. I just want to go over a couple of fixes that I found for Final Fantasy 15. A lot of people have been having a bunch of different issues when it comes to launching it and things like that. I'm going to go over all the fixes that I know as of now that have helped people that I know personally. It seems like every single one of them had a completely different problem with it, so I'm just going to go over all of them in this one video. So that way, hopefully something in this video helps you guys out. The first thing is, if you're using a Razer keyboard, one thing that I have found that does not work is the Chroma Apps, so make sure that you turn Chroma Apps off. If you have it working for you, good for you, but my experience personally is it gives me the gray screen. Basically what tries to happen is it tries to initialize the keyboard for the Chroma app, and for some reason it just stops the game from starting up completely. So I would definitely disable that if you have a Razer keyboard and you're having a gray screen issue. Another thing I know to cause the gray screen is full screen mode for some people. So if you're having that problem, try launching the game holding in Alt and Enter, and that'll put you in window mode. This actually seemed to help a lot of people. It really sucks to run it in window mode, but there definitely is a fix for it that I know personally works. Another fix, as always, is to update your drivers. So if I go to GeForce Experience, go over to my drivers, you'll see that there's a specific driver for Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition. Make sure that you have that updated. Same goes for all you AMD users out there. Make sure that you have the latest Radeon drivers. Also, you should make sure that Razer Synapse is up to date, so go ahead and check for updates on this. Mine is up to date. Fix is memory leak issues, so I'm just going to quickly show you guys how to fix that right here. Go to Control Panel, System and Security, System, Advanced System Settings. Then you want to go over to your Advanced tab, Performance, hit Settings. Go over to your Advanced tabs again, hit Change on Virtual Memory. Now, I do want to point out that for me, this fix did not work. Somebody else I know this fix did work. This actually crashed my computer, so if you get a crash, it is because of this. If you go over to custom size, they had 10,000 put in, and it seemed to work for them. Put initial and maximum size as the same exact thing. Me personally, I allow my computer to automatically mess with the page filing and stuff like that, but it is a fix. It does work for some people. It doesn't work for others like me. It made my computer completely crash out. One thing that I do want to mention real quick is if you're running on an ultra wide, the game does not like it when you tab out no matter what you do in the game. So make sure anytime you're about to tab out, you save your game, because there is a very high chance of it crashing out on you. For other people that are running 16:9 screens, you want to go to your document. You want to go to My Games, Final Fantasy 15, Steam. Go to, it's a random number that is personally generated for you, so your number is not going to match mine. Save storage, go down to graphics config. Right down here where it has the hardware full screen mode, change that to 0. That does seem to help a lot of people when they are tabbing out. Now, in my experience, it does not work on 21:9 monitors. It only works in 16:9 monitors, so that is a thing to be aware of. Another fix is if you have two monitors, at least when you're starting up the game, try to disable the other monitor, so just disconnect it out of your graphics card or whatever you have to do to turn that other monitor off, because for some reason the game has a hard time differentiating what monitor is what when you're first setting it up. After initial setup and you have all of your graphics settings done, then you can go ahead and plug in the other monitor. I haven't had any issues after that. One random problem that I did have is when I was setting up the game, I was getting a gray screen. I didn't realize that the game was still working in the background. And when the game first starts up, it asks you to select a language. And for me, I accidentally selected Japanese. So if you need to fix that, I highly recommend downloading the Google Translate app on your phone and using the mode where you can use your camera. I literally just pointed my camera at the screen, found the language settings, and fixed that. I know that's going to be a really rare issue, but it was an issue for me, so I figured I might as well point it out. Another issue that I've had personally is Final Fantasy seems like it does not like XMP profiles when it comes to RAM, so I actually had to turn my XMP profile off, which to me isn't a big deal. The RAM speed doesn't help a tremendous amount with other things. Obviously, if I have to use it for other things, I can always turn it back on, but for playing the game, it seemed really glitchy when it came to RAM, so that is a thing to look out for if you're having other issues. And if you have a Razer keyboard and this specifically does not help you with that, with the Chroma apps and turning it off, try disconnecting your Razer keyboard if you have a secondary keyboard or just a junk keyboard just to set up the game, because some people have had issues to where their keyboard just didn't want to register correctly, and they used like a crappy other keyboard, and once they had the game completely set up, everything was fine. They were good to plug their keyboard back in. Another fix with a lot of games is permissions errors. So what you want to do is go ahead and find your Steam file. Mine's obviously in a different place than yours is. Yours should be under C program files, Steam, and then Steam app. And then go to your common folder. You're going to scroll down to Final Fantasy 15. You're going to find the application, which is this one right here. You're going to right click on it, properties, go over to compatibility, and make sure that run this program as administrator is checked, because what that does is it allows the game to write to your system if you have permissions errors and stuff like that, and then you can just go ahead and click OK from there. Another thing is some people have had the thing to where it was glitching out after they already had the game up and running. You can go back to your documents, go to My Games, go down to Final Fantasy, Steam, your personal user identification number, save storage, go down to your graphics config, and you can configure your graphics manually. It'll override the ones the game wants to put out for you. So what you can do is put in your exact resolution, which you want your max frame rate to be. My screen's only 60 hertz, so I leave mine at 60 hertz. If you want yours to be higher, I believe it goes with the 120. Then if it's popping up on a different display for you, you can change current display, either a 0 or a 1. If you have 2 screens, if you have a third screen, I believe that would detect it as 2. Basically, it just starts from 0 and works its way up. So if you're having trouble to where it's launching on the wrong screen, you can fix it here. Full screen mode, after you get your game launched, and say if you have it in like border mode or something, you can try to do full screen on startup, set it at 1, and see if the game will run in full screen mode. I know that this actually helped a lot of people that didn't want to run it in the border mode, so this could be a thing that could help you. But yeah, sorry if this video was a little bit all over the place. Sorry if there wasn't a lot going on the screen sometimes. It was just kind of me talking and telling you guys my experience and other people that I know's experience with the game. But I figured this was useful information for you guys to get out there, because I know I do have other videos on my channel that goes over like bug fixes for games and stuff like that. So I figured if anything, it would help somebody else out. Figured I would just get all this information out there. Hopefully you guys liked it. If it did help you, go ahead and leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and I will see you guys next time.